Hello, everyone. You're welcome once again. I will teach you how to make homemade yogurt using this starter called Yogoumet. This starter is a blend of active cultures, active bacteria to help in the fermentation process of your homemade yogurt. To start, we need a tight lid container, a container that has a very tight lid to aid warmth, during the fermentation process. Okay, so we need it to be airtight, completely airtight. Okay, so and I'm going to be using a powdered milk for this production of homemade yogurt today. The ratio of the powdered milk to the water is 1 to 2. That is, if I am making a cup of milk, I will need 2 cups of water. So the ratio is 1 to 2. That's for your regular yogurt. But if you want the Greek yogurt, you do 50-50. A cup of milk to a cup of warm water. All right. So now I'm going to be making 2 cups of I'm going to be making use of 2 cups of powdered dried milk in this tutorial. Okay. So and make sure you level your milk properly. Having done that, going to be needing 4 cups of warm water. But this water I am using right here is boiled water, direct from the burner. So I'm going to first of all measure 1 cup and then dissolve the powdered milk inside the 1 cup first. The reason why I am using boiled water is so it can kill any form of germ in the powdered milk. Okay, so I'll later bring it to a warm temperature before introducing the starter. So first of all, I'll put 1 cup out of the 4 cups and then dissolve the powdered milk in it. I don't want any form of lumps. That's why I am dissolving with a cup of hot water first. Now, after it has dissolved completely, I will then add the remaining 3 cups of hot water. So that's two, and then I'll stir it again properly. I'm doing it one at a time to avoid any form of lumps. Okay. So, and you can see I'm using my whisk to touch all the edges, all the corners of the bowls to ensure I extract any lump that is hiding in that corner. And then I'll put the third cup of hot water, and then I'll put the fourth cup. After which I will stir very well, and then I'll bring it to the warm temperature as desired before introducing the culture. Now, how do I know if my milk is warm enough for me to introduce my starter? Without a thermometer, I just dip my finger into the bowl of milk. Make sure your hands are properly washed and clean. So when you dip your finger in and you count 8 seconds and it doesn't burn you, then it's ready. But you can see just before 4 seconds, it was burning my fingers. I had to remove it and let it cool some more. I have to test it again, and I left my finger in it for 8 good seconds and it didn't burn my finger. That's to tell me that the temperature is just right. Now, take note that it should not be too cold. If it's too cold, your starter won't work, and if it's too hot, your starter won't work as well. So, you need to know the right temperature. 8 seconds, your finger in the milk without burning you. That's the right temperature. Now, I'll set my milk aside and then I'll open up my starter, and then I'll pour it in. Just a sachet is enough for a liter of milk. In case you are using the liquid milk, you don't want to use the powdered milk. A liter of milk, you use a sachet of a starter. Okay, so it's just I think 3 grams or so, or 2 grams. So now I'll have to dissolve the starter. I don't just pour it direct into my warm milk. I'll scoop some of the warm milk into the starter little by little and dissolve it. I don't want lumps anywhere. So I'll dissolve it very well. I'll add more of the milk, okay, to dissolve it some more because I want to make sure that I extract everything from this plate into the warm milk. So I'll stir it very well to avoid any form of lumps. And once I am sure that I have dissolved it properly and the starter is having the same temperature as my warm milk, then I can introduce it into the milk. All right. So now I'm going to bring my milk closer and then I will introduce the starter into it. Right. So make sure you extract everything in that bowl into the warm milk. Now, once I'm done pouring the starter into the milk, I'll also give it a good stir so that it will combine properly before sealing my bowl of milk. Now, this bowl of milk needs warmth. The starter needs to uh, be in a warm place for the milk to ferment, okay? And we're going to um, ferment this milk for about 12 hours. 12 hours. You can even do it overnight and it can be a day stuff. So, depending on you. So, right now, I'm going to seal my bowl or seal it tight. And then I'm going to be using black nylons because black generates heat. So I will wrap the bowl of milk in a black nylon. I'm going to wrap it twice before introducing a towel, a thick towel. I'm going to provide as much uh, heat as possible, the environment for the milk to get enough warmth, okay, so that my starter can work well for me. So that's the first wrap, and that's not enough. I'm going to wrap again before introducing a warm towel. So, and after that, I am still going to place it in a warm environment for the next 12 hours or more, depending on the time you have at hand. Okay, so having done this, the next thing I'll do is to wrap it up with my towel. I'll fold it. Yeah. So any towel you're using for this purpose, please ensure that you maintain it, as in maintain using that particular towel for this purpose, okay? Don't use your towel you use for other things for this purpose, okay? So we can maintain hygiene as much as possible. Now, I'll put my milk in there and wrap it some more. So you can see the milk, I've already created a very warm environment for it. Good. So the next thing I'll do is to keep it in a warm place. I prefer using my microwave. Yes, I prefer using my microwave. I'll just put it in there overnight and in the morning I'll get it out and my homemade yogurt to be ready. Okay. So I'll see you in 12 hours time. Right. So this is 12 hours later. I'm coming to check on my milk. I'll bring it out to see the magic that has taken place overnight. All right. So I'll open it up and let us see how effective the yogurt is. Okay. Remember, there are other methods of making yogurt. You could use store-bought yogurts, unsweetened, of course, and the ones that have just two ingredients in them, active USB bacteria in them. Okay, so those are the ones that you should use. Greek yogurts, with that are not sweetened. Yeah, you could use those ones too if you don't want to use the starter. Okay, all right. It's time for the unveiling, the most important part. And here we go. Good. Wow, this looks beautiful. Oh my God, look how lush that is. Beautiful. Oof. So at this point, you can add any flavor of choice, any sweetener, honey, sugar, whatever you like. I like to sweeten mine using condensed milk. So I'll add my condensed milk and then I'll use my hand mixer to blend it together, mix it very well, and of course I'll chill. So please try your own. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you very much. Hit the bell button so that you'll be the first to be notified when we create more videos. Thank you for watching to the end. Please share the video. Yummy. This looks so yummy. This looks so yummy. All right. Try yours and tell me what you think. By the way, you can get your Yogoumet starter in any of the cake shops. Yeah, this looks so beautiful and tasty, I must tell you. So it's good to make your own yogurt at home. You can see it's very simple, it's very easy, just with two ingredients, your starter and your milk. And you're good to go. At least you're sure of what you're taking. No preservative whatsoever.